Again, welcome. My name is Nancy Reamer. I am the Director of Education and Training for Reviva Labs, and I'm here every month to present a new topic on our webinar. Today's topic is how to keep your skin's moisture barrier healthy. I think this is a fascinating topic, and I hope you do too by the end. Because there really are things we can do to protect our skin from the environment, and in particular, certain ingredients found in skincare that you should be looking for. And I will be talking a little bit more about that today. So why don't we begin? Again, my name is Nancy, and I'm going to hold all questions to the end of the presentation. Just makes it a little bit easier afterwards rather than being interrupted. So let me start my screen share and we'll get going. Oops, share. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put this in a larger format. Okay. Again, how to keep your skin's moisture barrier healthy. All right. In case you don't know much about us, we are a skincare brand that's been around for nearly 50 years. We're a family-owned brand, and for, like I said, nearly half a century, we've been launching and providing natural skincare for all ages. We strive to use the highest quality ingredients that are both safe and effective, and we formulate products for all skin types and specialty needs. So that's a little bit about us. Let's begin our topic for the day. So your skin is incredibly important. After all, it's the largest organ of your body and the one primarily responsible for protecting everything else in your body. It's the barrier between you and the environment. So it protects you from environmental assaults. It prevents excess moisture loss from your body so you don't become dehydrated. And probably most importantly, it protects our body from bacteria and viruses and infection. So it is super important to keep your skin healthy and protected at all times. So what actually is the barrier layer? I'm going to toss around that word a lot today. The barrier is part of the epidermis right here, my little graph here. So it doesn't show it, it calls it the cuticle, but that's actually also referred to as the barrier layer. It's the part of the skin that you can see and touch and feel. To maintain a strong and healthy barrier, the skin actually does a lot of work. And it needs to, so the skin cells basically start here in the barrier layer, this little squiggly yellow line here, that's the barrier, the basal cell layer. So a cell will receive a signal to split and divide. And if it's healthy, it will split and divide into two healthy cells. And then it travels to the surface of the skin to replace dead, dried out skin cells. So it is constantly, this organ is constantly renewing itself. And it basically does it approximately every 28 days in a healthy young skin. Now, as we age, this cell turnover takes a little longer. The process becomes a little bit more haphazard. So you might have a healthy cell that leaves the basal cell layer at 28 days, and you may have another cell that leaves in 32, 33, 34 days. And unfortunately, with either age or environmental assaults, cells become damaged in the basal cell layer. Actually, UVA rays and UVB rays will penetrate the skin, and the attack happens, if you will, the assault happens right here, and as well as other places. But if the cell becomes damaged, when it receives the signal to divide, it will split and divide into 50 other damaged cells. And again, we're relying on that cell to replace all the dead skin cells up here, but it's damaged. So those 50 damaged cells will eventually limp their way to the surface of the skin, to the barrier layer, and do the best job they can at replacing. But that's when you start to see the visible signs of aging, or the visible signs of environmental assault, meaning darkening of skin, like here, or actual lines and wrinkles. These would, I guess, would be the wrinkles that are, excuse me, fine lines, and these are the wrinkles here. And collagen and elastin also get destroyed through the passage of time and environmental damage. So let's take a closer look at this side of the chart. Here's hyaluronic acid, a really important component of your skin for moisture and to retain moisture. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Collagen and elastin. Let's take a closer look at the collagen. Collagen are these green sticks. Look over here. See how strong they are? They're like tent poles holding up the skin. So it's nice and firm and strong. Elastin looks like a string of pearls here, or as you'll see in a minute, a slide, it looks like a slinky. It actually acts like a slinky. Do you remember that toy that stretches and stretches back? That's elastin. But look here, over passage of time, look, it all becomes disarrayed, unable to do its job. Okay, so let's take an even closer look at these two particular components, skin cells, collagen and elastin. Collagen is one of the most abundant protein in your body. It makes up 75 to 80% of your skin. And as I mentioned, it is responsible for the physical strength of your skin. It keeps your skin looking its best. It prevents the fine lines, the wrinkles, the sagging of skin. So that's your strength. Elastin, its partner here, is the second most abundant protein in the body. And it's involved with keeping your skin strong as well, but in a different way. Its function is to enable your skin to stretch and then spring back to regain its original shape. So it is very much like a slinky. And this slinky is in perfect shape. It's fun to play with. It does everything you want. But remember how it was if you stretched your slinky out for too long, or it got tangled up. That's exactly what happens with your elastin over time, or with too much environmental damage, and it's no longer able to spring back into shape. So the moisture barrier decline really happens in your 30s, as is exhibited by these. I love this chart. I think it's really good at expressing what happens and what your skin looks like. So at age 35, your collagen here, your elastin, actually I looked at this, the key is wrong. This is your collagen. And this strand of pearls, or the slinky, is elastin. So this is what happens at 35. And then at 45, you start losing collagen. Your skin becomes a little thinner. See how it becomes thinner? And then at 55, look, it's really, those collagen and elastin are not able to do its job as well as it once did. And it just diminishes, the collagen levels diminish, and it certainly diminishes after menopause. Menopause can contribute to nearly 30% of your collagen loss in your skin. And again, some things you can help. You can't necessarily help your passage of time. Lots of aging is built into your DNA, but a lot of it is also environmental. You can stay out of the sun. Smoking, diets high in sugar contribute to this damage. So there are things that are in our control. Certainly in our control is to choose products wisely and to understand the labels that we're reading and what ingredients actually do. So let's take a first look at collagen in skincare. Now, experts will always debate the effectiveness of applying collagen topically, but there's different types of collagen in skincare products. So insoluble collagen is the molecule of that particular shape of collagen is, or type of collagen is a little bit too large. So it doesn't really penetrate the barrier. It sits on top of the skin. Not all bad. Actually, insoluble collagen can be really beneficial. It's an it adds a moisturizing element, helps to temporarily fill in fine lines and wrinkles, and it improves the texture of your skin. More forms of collagen that you should look for. There is something called soluble collagen. Soluble collagen is a water form of collagen. So it acts as a humectant to help really the skin retain its moisture, and it's way more absorbable. Hydrolyzed collagen has been processed and broken into smaller chunks. So it has reduced the size of the molecule so it can actually penetrate the skin's barrier. And it's also usually made up of a mixture of amino acids and peptide pieces that help deliver the collagen further into the skin. So hydrolyzed collagen is good. So ultimately, you're looking for a combination of collagen, insoluble collagen, soluble collagen, and hydrolyzed to help rejuvenate your skin. And they will help. Other collagen boosters include peptides. They have demonstrated the ability to aid or boost in the production of collagen, and 3 of the most effective in that regard are, and I'm going to read the trade names, they're a little easier, but this is how they would be listed on a box too. Matrixyl, Synchol, and Progeroline. Now, they all operate a little differently on the skin. So for example, Matrixyl, been used in the skincare industry for ages. It's a great staple of a peptide because it really helps to boost collagen. Synchol reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, particularly around the nasolabial fold. That's the area that's, starts right at the end of your nostrils and then creates sort of like a parentheses around the corners of your mouth. But this is where skin starts to sag first. So that particular peptide is great for strengthening this area and giving the appearance of a softening of that sag. And then Progeroline helps collagen synthesis. So it helps you manufacture collagen in your skin, and it also gives a tightened appearance to your skin. Vitamin C, super important collagen booster. It's a really potent antioxidant, which you probably know, but as an antioxidant, it helps protect against inflammation, which contributes to collagen damage. And it is also shown to help in the production of collagen. So it works on 2 different levels to help your skin, to help your moisture barrier. And glycolic acid, and alpha hydroxyl acid derived from sugar cane. And the reason this is so important, this particular AHA or alpha hydroxyl acid, is it's a very, very small molecule. You want small because then it can penetrate more effectively and help accelerate that cell turnover that I was talking about. So it stays more uniform, more regular to make sure that you're not getting little dry patches where some cells didn't get replaced right away and other ones did. This keeps a nice, smooth finish to your skin and helps to diminish the visible signs of aging. But basically, to help maintain and replenish collagen in your skin, to help support your barrier layer, the smartest course of action is to use a multifaceted approach. So eat healthy, avoid smoking, one of the worst things you can do for your skin. Always protect your skin with antioxidants and sunscreen, and use products with a combination of insoluble, soluble collagen, hydrolyzed collagen, antioxidants, and collagen boosting peptides. And at Reviva, we just happen to have some of those because we do believe in a multi-dimensional approach to skincare. It's one of our major tenets of our brand. You layer particular ingredients to get the maximum benefit of that ingredient for the skin. So look for these serums in particular for your collagen. It would be facial skin prep, high potency vitamin C serum, also known as dual source C serum. We've just recently upgraded this formula to add more vitamin C, bringing the level of like 4% vitamin C 3 different forms of vitamin C go to work on your skin. Remember to protect and help with production of collagen. And then we have the high potency collagen serum. Use 2 to 3 drops of those first, day and night, then follow with any of these moisturizers. Again, multi-dimensional approach. We have collagen revitalizing cream that uses different forms of collagen night cream, multi-peptide complex, which does include the 3 peptides that I spoke about earlier. Advanced Peptide Plus uses an additional 4th peptide, which I hadn't talked about, but it contains 10% of arginine. Again, a classic in the skincare industry that helps to give the appearance of tightening the skin. And then 10% glycolic cream, 10% working on your skin at night to help that cell renewal. You wake up looking refreshed and clearer, brighter skin. And then cream hydratont. And let's not forget the eyes. We have collagen fiber eye pads. These are terrific. See, there's a picture of it. So each of these pads is infused with collagen, and all you do is dampen it, maybe with a little bit of serum. Place it on your eye for 5 to 10 minutes. And I swear after that 10 minutes, you look like you've slept for 10 years. These are great, just great. They're available on our website. Okay, let's talk about elastin support and what you can look for in your products to help that elastin. Hydrolyzed elastin. We were one of the first to use this form of elastin in our products to help maintain and strengthen the skin, the elastin in the skin. Retinol. Data indicates that topically applied retinol with a combination of vitamin C is super effective at replenishing the skin's elasticity. And DMAE. DMAE has a tightening and a firming action with a cumulative effect, meaning whether you layer a serum, a cream with DMAE, that'll be effective. And also a cumulative effect means passage of time. So the more you use it, the more consistently you use it, the more results you will see. Plus it adds great hydration, which we all need. And we have been using DMAE in our firming collection forever. We put it in our DMAE concentrate, 5% of DMAE to really get that tightening action going. You can also use dual source C serum, high potency serum, for supporting your elastin. But moisturizers, we've got you covered. Daytime, I would recommend using the alpha lipoic acid vitamin C ester DMAE cream, chock filled with antioxidants, vitamin C and DMAE to keep that skin looking firm throughout the day. Then you have elastin and DMAE for night when your skin is replenishing itself. Let's infuse it again with more elastin and DMAE. We have the Advanced Peptide Plus, which is a lighter lotion. Again, peptides to strengthen both collagen and elastin. And then body lotion. I love this elastin collagen body lotion. It's dense, but lightweight enough that it just absorbs into the skin easily, because skin is skin, right? So it's going to start damaging the skin. Not only is it about the face, it's about your body too. And fine lines and wrinkles all over your hands, your arms. And again, let's not forget your eyes. Firming eyes serum with DMAE, but take a look here, vitamin C and peptides as well to help support your eye area. And the eye area is tough because it's such a thin layer of skin. You want to make sure that you always have something working to help support that fine skin around your eyes. Now, other ingredients to look for that you may not have thought of that offer the barrier support: essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids are a type of polyunsaturated fat, known as a PUFA, but they play a really critical role in your skin's functioning and appearance, but unfortunately the body doesn't synthesize essential fatty acids on its own. So we have to get our essential fatty acids or EFAs from dietary sources. So make sure you're looking for these types of foods that in particular contain high levels of omega-3 and omega-6. Those are the common terms for these essential fatty acids. So flax seeds, certain nuts, soybeans, fatty fishes like salmon, sardines, rich in omega-3s, and different kinds of oils too. So make sure you're ingesting them, but you can also topically apply essential fatty acids. In fact, they're a really necessary component for your lipid barrier. And topically applied may be even more beneficial than ingesting them. Topically applied essential fatty acids allow the body, the skin and the body to really utilize them more efficiently. So what do? They boost the moisture barriers, the moisture in the barrier. Again, you want to always make sure you have the right level of moisturization in your skin. Helps to calm and soothe the skin. And they have anti-inflammatory properties. So specifically, I'm talking about our products that we just launched this past summer, Calming Renewal Serum and Calming Rejuvenation Cream. They both contain hemp oil, which is very soothing to the skin and anti-inflammatory. But we've added certain other ingredients. Calming Renewal Serum takes a little bit more of an Ayurvedic medicinal approach with the turmeric and the seaweed, argan oil, shiitake mushrooms, mushrooms. Yeah, this is more of a really a throwback to some really traditional medicinal ingredients that work beautifully on your skin. Calming Rejuvenation Cream goes a little bit different direction. It uses the hemp oil as well, but grapeseed oil and rosehip oils, because again, it's a cream that you would use on top of the serum, and manuka honey for antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, and sea buckthorn, which is your essential fatty acid. So the combination of these two, I tend to use it if I've been out all day, just to calm my skin after being out in the environment. And I do see a difference in my skin the next morning. Love these guys. Moisture booster, a barrier booster, niacinamide. Can't say enough about this particular ingredient. You should absolutely be looking for this ingredient. Niacinamide basically helps increase the levels of serenamides, lipids, very similar to essential fatty acids. However, it goes further. Niacinamide helps reduce the inflammation in your skin, often used with acne-prone skin by dermatologists, because it also inhibits oil production in your skin. So anybody, as we know, excessive sebum leads to blemishes. So if you can diminish that excessive oil on your skin, you're less likely to break out. Plus, it brightens the skin. So there's benefits for all skins here. And this is a picture of our multi-factor brightening cream, brand new to us. It is available on our website for purchase. And actually this week, we're launching it within the retail community as well. Love this, been using it since we got it a couple weeks ago. It not only contains kojic acid, which you may know helps for brightening, the niacinamide, 5% niacinamide for brightening as well, but azelaic acid, 10% azelaic acid to help improve the appearance of particularly blemished skin. Now, I'm not troubled with blemish, but I just like having something that helps, you know, my skin maintain. I mean, not that I couldn't get a blemish, I could, so I like to keep it at bay. And the tranexamic acid reduces hyperpigmentation and brightens the skin. So if you are particularly acne prone at any age, this is a great moisturizer to try. It's very lightweight. It's sort of a It's got like almost a gel-like base to it. Very, goes on really easily, absorbs quickly, doesn't sit on top of the skin, and you know you're getting a moisturizer that's helping your skin on so many different levels. So I can't speak highly enough of this brand new product. Again, it's available on our website and should be available in stores soon. Oh, another great barrier booster is hyaluronic acid. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the presentation, we do actually, as we age, diminish, hyaluronic acid on our skin starts to diminish as well. And we need hyaluronic acid for all that moisture binding in our skin. So when you topically apply hyaluronic acid, it does actually draw moisture from the atmosphere around you, as well as internally, to create a stronger bond with moisture molecules and keep your barrier strong without feeling heavy or occlusive. Now, it's interesting because most moisturizers, you go, yeah, it feels great when I put it on. But have you ever noticed throughout the course of the day, your skin starts to not feel as good or smooth, or it feels a little tight, a little dry? Undoubtedly, whatever you're using probably doesn't have hyaluronic acid in it, because hyaluronic acid will keep that level of moisture in your skin all day long. Plus, it's an excellent catalyst for anything else that you're putting on top of your skin. Any other anti-aging ingredient, firming ingredient, whatever. It helps to bind everything better to your skin. So we have a whole category in our hydrating collection that uses hyaluronic acid. We have a pure hyaluronic acid serum plus high potency collagen serum. I talked about this earlier, having soluble collagen in it, but it also has hyaluronic acid. So it's a 2-for-1 kind of product. And we have our Intercell Day Acid Cream and Night Gel. The Collagen Night Cream has hyaluronic acid in it, as well as the Cream Hydratant. Can't say enough about that one either. Oh, yeah, I wanted to just finish out on barrier protection by talking about 3 different kinds or categories of protection that you hear bandied about a lot in cosmetics. So you have humectants, you have emollients, and you have occlusive agents. What's the difference? Okay, humectants attract and retain water from the inner layers of the skin and moisture from the air as well. So hyaluronic acid, right? We just talked about that. So hyaluronic acid is an example of a humectant, as are alpha hydroxy acids like lactic acid, urea, and aloe vera gel. Now, emollients are designed to make the surface of the skin softer and more supple. And so in that way, they provide a protective barrier. Think olive oil, mineral oil, coconut oil. A lot of the plant oils would be considered emollients. They keep your skin nice and soft and supple throughout the day. Occlusive agents increase skin's moisture by creating a really strong barrier to prevent moisture loss. They tend to be a little heavier, but they're typically balanced out with other emollients and humectants. So for example, like Vaseline, the old days, petrolatum, would be considered an occlusive agent. But we've gotten much more sophisticated in many of these ingredients. So lanolin, zinc oxide, silicons, other oils and waxes. In fact, Cream Hydratant is another one of my favorite products, particularly when I've been outside gardening all day. I will use this at night because I just feel like I've, you know, all that exposure to the environment, I feel like I've just messed with my moisture barrier some. So I like, here, see this, it's hard to read, but this is Canadelia wax. So that's what's locking in my moisture. But like we said, it tends to be balanced out, doesn't feel heavy on my skin because I have sunflower oil, which is an emollient, and hyaluronic acid, which is a humectant. So I'm getting all 3 in the Cream Hydratant. Again, I use it on my face periodically, but I definitely use it on other dry areas of my skin, like my elbows, my backs, my heels, any place where I have really dry patches. It's terrific because of that occlusive agent. It just locks in that moisture. But the very, very best barrier protector is sunscreen. It is one of the most important ways to protect your skin's barrier. You have to limit sun exposure. So, because UVA, UVB rays cause long-term damage to the skin and are the number 1 cause of skin damage in particular. They just wreak, those. So UVA rays penetrate into the epidermis. That's why they're called the A rays, the aging rays. Again, that's where all the collagen and elastin that we talked about are. That's what starts to really destroy those 2 particular cells. And UVB rays are the burning rays. They affect the top layers of your skin. They burn, but together, they're horrible. So use sun protection every day to keep your skin safe and healthy. And I hope I've also given you other examples of ingredients to look for, whether it's all the different forms of collagen, elastin, essential fatty acids, hyaluronic acid, and brighteners, and peptides. I could go on. There's plenty. Bottom line is there's plenty that you can do to help protect your barrier and keep it healthy and strong and keep your skin looking great. Okay, so that's it for today's presentation. I'm just going to escape out, see if we have any questions. Stop my screen share. Anybody have any questions here about any of the ingredients, any of the concept of skin protection that I talked about? I would invite you to ask me now before we say goodbye. And again, this this presentation is always available online. All my webinars are available online. So if you miss something, or if somebody, I know many times I have retailers that are online with me. Maybe somebody from your staff misses a presentation. No worries. Just go to our website under blog. You'll see a lot of them there. Yeah. So. Okay, not seeing any questions from my guests. Oh, yes, we are. Okay. I see the question now. Okay. How do we know what product to use when? Oh, I know. That's the question. That's a very common question as well. You know, I think it boils down to what is concerning you most right now. So that's why you'll hear me switching, right? When I was talking, like I'll use cream hydratant when I'm feeling particularly tired or I've been outside all day. I will use, I'm using the multi-factor brightening right now, in part because I'm trying to understand the product, it's brand new. But for the average bear, the average consumer, I would decide what concerns you most. Is it brightening? Is it the lack of firmness? Is it dryness, oiliness? Start from your skin's perspective. Some of that can be handled in a serum, and some of it may need a moisturizer. Thanks, Paulette. She's complimenting us on our products. Yeah, I think we do a fantastic job, not only in formulation but addressing to Jan's question about how do I know what to use when. Your skin does change, and we have something for when everybody's skin changes. My next webinar, which I'm starting to work on now for next month, is about the season changes and how do we know what to start with. And there, you know, a little preview of this, I think it all starts with your cleanser. When the seasons change, it often starts with cleansing. You might want to move from a gel cleanser from the summer that you were using to something with a little bit more emolliency. Because generally speaking, when the weather gets colder, your skin needs a little bit more moisture. There's not as much humidity in the air anymore. So it really requires, yeah, I think of the 3 questions. I'm still thinking about Jan's question, like, how do you know what to use when? And when I used to work one-on-one with customers, I used to ask, like, tell me about, you know, how would you characterize your skin? Normal, oily, or dry? Tell me a little bit more about that. Is how your cheeks feel? Do you see any shine in your T-zone? If you do, what time of day do you start seeing that shine? If it's morning only, you're fine. If it extends to the afternoon and you start getting shinier after lunch, or you stay shiny, that means you're a little bit more oily. So you would need to use different products as a moisturizer, maybe more lightweight lotions or gels. And then I would usually ask, what concerns you most? And most women know what concerns them most. Some will say my eye area. Some will say, I hate the aging. I just see so much aging happening in my skin. So I'll ask more about that. Aging, do you mean fine lines? Aging, do you mean uneven skin tone? And that's how I asked a ton of questions first, and then I would present solutions based on whatever they said. So there isn't a blanket answer for everybody. It really depends on what you're experiencing. Hope that helped, Jan. Not sure, but that's how you can ask yourself those sorts of questions. Okay, any other questions, guys? All right. Join me next month. Talk a little bit more about what maybe to think about changing in your skincare regimen, or look back. You know, what I was doing too, we have blogs that go back years, and I was looking back through the information there that was presented too. So our website has a ton of information, and I would encourage you to just dig around a little bit on the website. So, okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully we'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.